Another half-orc. And decided that, might as well take him along. Could always use an extra person on this adventure. And but when presenting the orchid, you were able to secure flight, which carried you all the way to Omu. Once there, you decided on the perfect landing spot, only to discover you were in front of a shrine. Upon investigating the shrine... please mute if you're going to be typing.
Sorry, thought I was. Please continue.
Thank you. Once inside the shrine, you encountered a bit of a battle and discovered a cube. Once you put all the keys found the right key that fit the slot. Now you have a mysterious cube with a picture of a snail on it, or rather, a flail snail on it. And you're standing outside of the shrine. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
sorry, I missed that whole thing. My headset was messing up on me.
It was the
She was doing
recap.
the
It was just
recap.
a
The recap
recap.
from last week.
Okay. So currently we are sitting at the temple still.
You're standing in front of the shrine,
Yes.
having received
Okay.
having received one of the puzzle cubes.
I guess the question is time of day. How broken is everybody? Do we need to rest?
Maria is A-okay.
I'm good.
I am untouched.
But I'm not missing any hit points, so I don't.
Singular spell slot. Nothing a nap wouldn't solve.
Yeah, I think runs it pretty good as well. So, do we still have any more puzzles to solve in this shrine?
Arya, what's your AC?
My AC is 15.
All right. Arya, as you guys are out of the shrine, having, as I said, collected that puzzle cube, and found nothing else of interest within the borders, stepping outside, an arrow embeds itself in the ground right next to Arya.
She yelps in surprise, like, ah! And jumps back. Her tail in her hand.
Immediately looking around, can I see anything?
Perception check.
Run's going to
Yeah,
get
I'd
in
be
on
looking
that
to see
too.
if I see anything too. But what? Not performance, perception. Jesus.
All right.
There we go. That's
Arya, you look up.
Why does it say performance?
You look up at the
I'm clicking performance.
at the roof of the building across the street, across the way from where you guys are standing, and you see what looks to be a tabaxi, with a bow and arrow, attempting to hide behind the top of it. None of the rest of you can see him.
I pointed
Not
out to
even with a
everything.
perception of 22.
You rolled earlier a 2.
No, that was performance. I rolled performance like 3 times because
I
I'm
can
fucking
see that,
blind.
but the thing is it's only a +1 to that dice roll beyond the performance. That would have been a 10.
Performing.
But as I was saying, even with the 22, I don't think you would have seen him. But Smug, because he's hiding pretty well. But Smug manages to perceive him with her gaze.
I shriek like, unfriendly cat over there, and point over to where he is.
Now that she's pointed them out, can I try to shoot them with a short bow? Or are they too far away?
He is in cover. Do you have do you have sharpshooter? There we go. I don't know why. What I don't know what's wrong with my words
No,
tonight.
I don't.
Okay. How far did you say he was?
He's on the roof of the building across from you.
Okay, Giblet, he is going to turn invisible. And he's going to sneak up there and see what he can see.
All right. He's going to attempt to climb all the way up there, or is he flying?
Hmm. Well, he's invisible, so I'm assuming he's climbing.
Okay. It's gonna take a while since that building's actually kind of tall. Let's see here.
Can I not shoot them without the sharpshooter, or doesn't it just add extra to their AC?
Well, he is in cover. Right now, as far as you're concerned, he's in full cover. You kind of understand where he is based on what Arya said, but you can't see him to shoot him.
Okay.
At least not until he pops up and attempts to shoot. Until he actually attempts to shoot you, Jasper. What's your AC?
Awesome. As soon as he goes to shoot me, 14.
Alright. The arrow goes swishing through the air. Ooh, I think that would be a hit. Sorry, I'm
That's fine.
doing,
As
I'm
soon as
doing
he fires, I'm
manual
firing
rolls
back.
rather than GM rolls, so.
Question:
can
Is
fire-
there a roof on that building,
Yeah, that's where
or is it
he's standing up on the roof.
He's-
There's,
he's
it's a roof with a lit
on
with
the
a-
roof?
He's on the roof. There's like those yeah, what are they called? Things that keep you from tumbling over if you're just because you're looking over the side on top of the roof. So it's not like a
Rail.
Like
flat.
a railing or rampart.
Yeah, except
Okay.
it's complete cover. Like there's no slot underneath to fit into. But
Is it 120 feet away?
I believe so. Yeah. Okay, so 1d8
Oh, God.
It's-
3.
Proceeds to call lightning.
All right, so the damage is 9 piercing plus poison damage. Ooh, the poison damage is not good.
All right.
I'm gonna have to actually roll
Oh.
this on here. And you need a Constitution saving throw, and we'll see if you take half. The saving throw is 15. Okay, so you only take half that, which is 14. So you only take 14 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
In
Can
addition
I
to the
cast
9
Call
points of
Light?
piercing. Yes, you may. And as Jasper already sent the bolt out at him. And yes, that does hit his AC. You hear oof as it connects with his shoulder.
All right. Seeing Jasper get hurt, I immediately call lightning.
All right.
It would just be 18,
All right.
but he only takes 9 damage then.
Yep.
I'm going to take cover since I can't see this guy apparently.
And I'll cast fly and start moving in as well.
I call out to him like, "Mind the lightning!"
The next
Seeing all
person. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, seeing all these bolts and lightning fly out, Giblet will turn into a giant owl and fly up to get a better sight on
Right.
the thing.
Maul, his next shot is aimed at you.
Okay.
And another
How far would
arrow.
I have moved up?
About halfway by that point. He's like fires and then sees that you're
Okay.
coming. That'd be another time for call lightning to come hit him.
All right, that's
So make your
gonna
next roll.
be.
You said he's right here on the rooftop across from us.
Yeah, he's up on the roof.
Should we go into
Alright,
initiative for this?
Yeah, probably. Let's get you there.
Oof.
Well, I'm kind of picturing. You see what that this thing here is? That's where I'm picturing you guys are at.
Okay.
We
Okay.
had just stepped out of the courtyard around that shrine, and then we're taking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still too far away for one of the spells that I was thinking about doing, though. So,
What did you say?
On him.
You should prepare call lightning on on the next long rest. He takes the
He
full
screams out
17
in
damage.
pain.
I
But
chose erupting earth just because, Earth Genasi.
well, he's also up on a roof. I'm not sure if you can actually use erupting earth up there.
I know. I'm saying like I chose that over the call lightning because Earth Genasi thing, but
Wow.
Alright.
Flavor, huh?
So by this point, the familiar makes it all the way up there, being a fast little thing. What do you
Familiar.
What do you want your invisible familiar to do?
Well, I had already said that, seeing all the arrows, it actually turned into a great owl to fly up. to see what was going
Sorry.
on.
I thought somebody said they turned into a great owl, not that the familiar did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, quite all right. So, the great owl is going to do a flyby target,
All right.
and with that, it will cause it not to be susceptible to attack of opportunity by it. Let's just shoot disadvantage,
All right.
or
It's almost like a negative help act.
Yeah. So what are you doing, Jasper? Just chilling with bits because of distance.
I'm shooting.
Oh, okay. There you go. You're shooting him.
So every time he sticks his head out, pop.
Say he was?
what's that?
What was that?
Like just saying, or
Maybe.
I asked how high up he was.
Let's see. Given that's a 2-story building, I think 50 feet. Let me double check. See if it actually states that. Yeah, 50 feet. What are you thinking, Fitz?
Try to cast cloud of daggers up there, since it doesn't say doesn't say anything about needing to see it, and it
Okay.
does a 5-foot
Well,
cube.
he's easier
so
to see
just
now
kinda-
since he got a little bit staggered and disoriented by the lightning, and now there's an owl in his face.
So she's gonna cast cloud of daggers on him,
All right.
wherever the fuck that got. There we go. Do I have? And level 2 is the highest I can go. Okay, there we go. Doesn't really do much. Well, and I don't think he takes it until he starts his turn in it.
Yeah.
But if he starts his turn in it, he gets a cloud of daggers in his face.
All right.
And I would just keep rushing him.
All right. So you're still in the process of flying.
Yep.
Run.
With 60 feet of
I'm-
movement if we were in initiative.
Yeah. Run. Are you? That which means you'll reach him next turn. Run. Are you?
Can
What? What were you saying?
I was wondering with the 60 feet if I'd be able to attempt to attack or speak with him, but you're good.
Yes, you'll reach next turn.
Okay.
If he's
Uh,
still
She's at like
alive.
120 feet.
Run. What about you?
All right. Run's going to run up the wall
Okay.
to get to him.
So, how many? Let's see. Yeah, you'll probably also. It'll take you time to reach him because you have to
Yeah,
run
it'll
across.
take me.
You might want to move your familiar. Run. Call lightning is coming.
The familiar already moved into distract thing. If the familiar moves, the distraction will no longer work.
And familiars move
Well,
on their
yeah,
own
but-
initiative.
Yeah.
Basically,
I was thinking. All right.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of the call lightning.
Familiars in constant movement. That's what flyby is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that in order to distract this character, I basically, instead of having everybody roll initiative because it's against one enemy, and this is a tiny map and I don't want to have your tokens spread over it, I am basically just going in alphabetical order on your characters. So technically your familiar goes in the same
Okay.
part of the turn as you run. So that means that that the NPC's turn goes next, and then after that, Arya. So it'll be a while before it. Yeah, which is how that works.
Yeah, I was just saying. I was just letting whoever's doing the call lightning know that they're in constant movement. So
It'll still there's still a potential of hitting them.
Yeah, to do
And then you'll have.
the disadvantage thing, it has to basically stay around the head of the enemy, distracting it.
Yeah, close enough to
Buffing
be
it with its movements.
close enough to be hit by cold lightning is what I'm trying to say. Because lightning it's not like an arrow. The lightning spreads out some. It's not the owl's turn yet. Let's see. So, draws back one, and aims
no,
again.
that's the deck.
Again, it's on his. I'll tell. He attempts to fire at Jasper, and of course has disadvantage. So that'd be 14.
It's and Constitution save against the poison.
Yep. He's still saving that, which means you only take 11 points of poison damage.
21 total.
Yep.
Only 21 damage.
Yes. I didn't say only. I said 21 total. Because trust me, I know. I'm down to 20 right now from fucking 64.
Mm-hmm.
Arya.
How'd you get sick? All right, call lightning again.
All right. Ooh.
New nice.
Failed on
Gets
that.
that full 20 points of damage.
And now Ron gets to roll for the owl.
Oof.
Okay, you only take 10 damage.
He takes 10.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna. No, I can't do that as a bonus action. Never mind. I was going to cast Heal Word, but I can't do that. Not since I just used Call Lightning. Or was. Hang on.
Healing word is a bonus
action.
action.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
just
talking
saying,
about the
I
rule
already
to cast
cast the
multiple spells in
spell.
one turn, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But is it. So. Outdoors.
If you cast a leveled
Yeah.
spell
On
as
each
an
of-
action, cast a leveled spell as the other action, I believe, within one
I
turn.
know,
Yeah, that's right. It's only
I know.
cantrip.
Yep.
That's why Roggy's favorite cantrip is produce flame. Anyway, but that's it. End of my turn.
Fits.
Hold on, I'm thinking. Because I wish I had a better way of tracking my spell slot. Oh, I do. I just don't have it filled out. Duh. I'm gonna cast. Actually, let's see. Am I close enough to do that? No, I am not close enough to do that. Am I close enough to do that? No. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on him, if I can see him.
Didn't he take any damage from the Did he move for the cloud of daggers?
Yeah, did he take damage for the Cloud of Daggers?
Oh, right. He takes 10 points of damage from the Cloud of Daggers as well. Duh. Yeah.
Well, his turn. Start of his turn, he takes it.
Yeah, that was.
If he doesn't move out of it.
He has nowhere really to go.
So
He's got a bird distracting
we'll
him.
do.
He's feeling things stabbing him. He's a bit confused right now.
Good Dissonant Whispers on him.
Yeah, you're at the base of the building and pointing up. Some saving throw.
And it has to move as far away from me as it can, but it's not gonna go anywhere because he's up on top of a building.
Yeah. All right. Next person is Jasper.
I'm gonna turn into a giant bear, and I'm going to try to run at this thing. Baxi, I'm assuming, but I'm just going to try to run towards him.
At the side of the building?
He's up a building.
I don't
You need to turn
know
into something
if
and
a bear
climb.
I don't think the bear can climb a building. The bear can climb a tree.
No.
I don't think the bear can climb a building.
Unless
May
it
I
has a climb
suggest a
speed, it
lizard?
probably
Wasn't there
can't.
a way up to the building where he is, like the little stairs that are there on the side?
Can you be a monkey or something that can climb?
That's got really
Or
low
a
hit
lizard?
points. If he hits me one time, I'm out of
Yeah.
it.
She's giving herself more beef so she doesn't go down next time it loses
Yeah.
an arrow.
Okay, fuck it. Plan B, I'm melding into stone. If there's anything like a building, like the building around me, if I can
There's
just touch
the
it and meld into the stone, it
there's
completely disappears.
the walkway you're on. That's
If
made
it's
of
large
stone.
enough to, yeah, if it's large enough that I can meld into it, then I'm melding into stone.
All right then, Maul, your turn.
Right? I will approach it. And as I'm doing so, I'm sorry to do this, buddy, but you gotta go down. I will throw my Hexblade Curse on it with a bonus action.
All right.
And with Great Weapon Master, I'm gonna take 2 swings at it.
Okay. Yeah, and that one hit is enough. You come up there after like you're putting out your hand and causing the shadows to move around him, and all you have to do is swing your axe, and you decapitate the tabaxi. His body slumps onto the rooftop as his head just goes spinning, dripping blood as it bounces onto the ground, and shatters like a ripe pumpkin.
Don't work that way. But
I
All right, bud.
Wait, so he just fell from over and burst
just his head.
just his head. And then we all saw that?
Yeah, you all saw that.
For me,
Can I make a con save to see if I would throw up
oh god.
upon
For it.
seeing that?
Go for it. Your stomach trembles a bit, but you hold it in.
Yeah, I just like, oh goddess, and just turned.
And once it hits the ground, I'll just kind of do like a come hither motion with my hand. And now, as an apology, you'll be coming with us. And a specter will rise from the body.
Spectre at you.
I'm gonna stay in the stone for a round because I don't know that the thing is dead. I can't see anything. I'm just there. Unless someone wants to come knock on the stone and alert me.
I wouldn't have seen you with with how focused I was. I'll just float down to the ground.
And as far as the familiar, he will turn back into a weasel, and Run will examine the body.
You climb up there. You just examine the body. You find a a longbow on him, and that seems to be about it. Longbow and some arrows.
Nothing worth much for run, so he'll just mosey on back down.
Just peek my head out and around. Are we all clear?
We are now. And so is he. Points to the ghost hanging over the corpse.
What the hell, man?
I figured he owed you an apology. Least he could do is help us out.
That's fair. Alright, cure wounds on myself. Level 2.
Do you need to take a breather? I saw you took a couple hits.
Ow. Yeah.
Maria's actually gonna come over and cast Cure Wounds at the first level on you.
Alright, let's find a good spot of cover and keep our heads down. Let you rest up.
Maria's gonna
Well,
kind of
I'm
look at the
over
ghost, look at you, and kind of shuffle away, kind of like. Then she pauses and look at the body. It's like, maybe we should burn the body.
He's not coming back. I've got his soul right here. He's not going anywhere.
Did anybody loot the body yet?
It's still. I think Ren did.
I was
What's
in the
that?
stone. I didn't see it. That's why I'm asking.
Aria kind of looks to,
Run amok.
Maul, and says, and responds with, "It's a respectful thing to do."
You can if you'd like, but I don't want Jasper here taking any more shots.
And I don't think she actually has any fire spells. So she's gonna ask Mr. Kyle to help with that.
I have a fire spell, but unfortunately not the one that I need.
No.
I climb up to
I
the
only have green
body,
flame.
loot it, and then just take out a torch and light it and burn the body. The fur will
Aria
go up
says,
pretty quick.
Yeah, Aria says a small prayer in Elvish, glancing over at the soul of the specter.
Yeah, and while they're burning the body, Run is going to be checking out the next building. Would I need to roll investigation?
Which building are you investigating?
Let's see. Boom, boom, ba-doom.
There we go. Okay. How many arrows did they have?
This one right here. If you can see that.
Roll a 1d20. All right. You see that they have 20 arrows. Make
That's what I roll a 20 on.
intelligence check.
Hold on a second. Nope, not that. There we go. No.
All right. So what are you doing with the arrows?
I was just picking them up and adding them with my short bow
All right.
arrows.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Huh?
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Motherfuck. Okay.
Ooh.
I just got healed.
Oh,
And
no.
as she touches the point of the arrow, she says, 99.
Hey, that's Rhea.
I might be saying good night. I don't know.
It depends on the roll.
Holy.
You
No.
a bunch of poison, as all of these arrows were poisoned in the quiver, starts leaching right into your system, flooding it.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh.
Are
What did
you
she
down?
do? Drink it?
I just like immediately like fall to a knee and just start like groaning, just like Jesus, whoever that is.
I'm going to go over to her and cast Cure Wounds at the 3rd level using my last level 3 spell slot.
Yeah, I'm cure woundsing again at 2nd level. Jesus, I'm at 3 hit points.
All right. Then we should probably go and find some cover and rest. So we have more resources to get through the day. I doubt there will be. I doubt there will not be any more surprises around the corner.
Maria kind of nods and looks back at the shrine and says, we cleared that shrine. Maybe it's okay?
I would hope so.
By the way,
You know,
who wants to be the navigator of the party that wants to control this little token here?
I'll do it if no one else wants to.
It requires a check. I'm not good at survival, so
It doesn't require actually checking. It's just that the person who's going to move it so that the GM isn't forced to. I guess no one else is interested in taking the job.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Gemini it is then.
Ready? And real quick, while Jasper is licking her wound, so to speak, I'd like to use some of my flight to pop up into the air and just kind of like UAV the area, see if there's any more interesting buildings.
All right. Well, you can see the map. Take a look
Yeah.
around. Let me know if there's any buildings in particular you're interested in.
Could I put like a little colored dot on any that catch my eye, like a
Sure.
small mental note?
That sounds good.
Okay. Okay. Happy with that, I will fly back down. Alright, Jasper, you good to get moving? Get you into some cover?
yeah, just I fucking hate poison. Everything has poison.
Maria
can
nods,
understand
remembering her experience with poison.
Ours have
Oh
poison.
yeah, you told me about that.
Both have
You don't have to
poison
lick this, do
tabaxi.
you?
Just glare.
I thought you were addressing that to Fitz, considering the licking
Fitz.
comment.
I was.
Fitz.
and
No,
you
that's
hear Run,
Grung.
and you hear Run kind of start to sing, "You gotta lick it, Before you stick it.
Aria looks confused, like, what?
He's talking about stamps. Don't worry, you sweet summer child.
Aria looks even more confused. What are stamps?
I just pat her on the shoulder, like, oh, honey.
Right. And Mole extends his hand to help Jasper get up.
Reluctantly takes it.
Pulls you back onto your feet. All right,
Let's
come on.
just
Let's get you
go.
into cover. We'll talk about some of the neat things I found while we rest up. You recover your strength, and I recover some of mine. And group permitting, I think we take a short rest so a certain someone can get that back.
All
And
right.
anyone that
Where do you
have
plan?
short rest things
Where do you
get
plan?
recharged
Where do you plan to take the
Yeah.
short rests?
in the shrine that we just cleared.
All right.
That
So
Yeah, I
what
So
was the poison damage on those?
the
Like, what was
poison.
the DC for it? I mean,
The poison ran out of the arrows into you. That's why I had you roll an intelligence check.
gotcha. All right.
It was a
Wait.
you incorrectly handled the poisoned arrows, and you're the one that got poisoned instead of anyone else who with
Wait.
them. So there's
how did
normal
she
arrows
manage
now.
to stab herself with 20 arrows simultaneously?
There's 20 of them.
It's not exactly a stabbing thing. It's more of they were.
It absorbs through the skin.
Yeah, it's. Sorry, my voice is not
I
seem to
can
be
explain
going
it.
too well at trying to explain things tonight.
I'm just
Poison.
trying to understand logic.
Poison was at the bottom of the quiver, arrows pointing down. Mishandled, the poison that was at the bottom of the quiver spilt, and it got absorbed.
Okay. So it was like a cup that was spilled, essentially.
There you go.
Mhm.
See, much more eloquent than me, apparently. Said my eloquence you deserting me tonight.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
it's
was
just
thinking
been a
like
while.
a resin type of poison that was sticking to the arrowheads themselves. But now I get it.
Plus, I'm like partially made of rock, so like my skin is kind of porous. Like, not quite like pumice, but yeah.
But yeah, roll them hit dice if you're trying to recover anything.
While they're sitting inside, is the shrine door open or closed?
You can close it. Kyle's
Who's
keeping
that?
an eye on things.
Ooh.
He has the ubiquitous fire built.
Aria will probably hang around Kyle then. She just kind of wants.
Roll perception check for me, please.
Is he outside or? Huh?
He's outside. Roll a perception check for me, please.
All right.
Okay, I'm back to
Alright.
full.
Cool. And don't forget, everyone else, if you're resting, do your recharges.
You see a small furry creature
get
poking
nothing
its
back.
head out of a burrow.
I gasped with delight and cast
You
Speak with
see
Animals
that
and say,
sticking its head out of a burrow.
"Oh, it's adorable!" I am definitely saying "Speak with Animals," saying, "Hello, friend."
Its little nose is twitching, and it's blinking its big eyes at you. And it kind of dredges
I
back.
crouched.
Hello?
I crouched. And I was like, "Hello." Aria's tail is kind of shaking happily.
Two more
And,
emerge from the burrow and are staring up at you.
The weasel goes over and inspects them, sniffing at them.
I offer my hand for them to sniff.
They one by one go and sniff your hand, and one of them boldly puts a paw on your knee and looks up at you. Food?
I cast good berry and I give them each a good berry.
They wriggle their little tails in delight, and each take a good berry.
And I'm just sitting there, grinning happily as I stroke. I asked them, like, can I pet you?
Okay. The two of them
Grizz?
hang back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Two of them hang back while one of them allows itself to be petted. Its ears kind of going like the way you see them in that picture there, kind of like falling flat against against its head.
Yeah. I kind of, I don't pick them up, but I'm definitely cooing about how cute and adorable they are.
The other two seem to be. The other two looked around for a moment and then seem to be caught and staring at Kyle, and he is staring back at them.
I look to Kyle like, aren't they adorable? And I have just this big goofy grin as I'm petting it. I look to them and I reassure them that he won't hurt them.
Question for you, Arya.
Huh?
Are you going? If they say something to you that sounds bizarre or interesting, are you going to repeat it to the rest of the party?
Depends. Probably definitely to Kyle.
No. The reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to decide whether or not I should drag you into whispers because it's something that only you would hear, not the rest of the party, and I'm not entirely certain you'd want to repeat it.
All right.
All right. Okay, so the one that you were petting, is looking past you at Kyle as the other two are slowly approaching Kyle on either side, and he's like staring down at them. And the one that looks back up at you says, "What's wrong with his horn? Why is it only partly visible?"
She looks like he has a horn.
He kind of the thing looks over at him, looks back at you, and nods, and says, "Yes, you don't see it?"
I would shake my head. Like, no, he looks like a humanoid to me.
Look at his shadow. He's not a human. Well, I guess he is, but look at his shadow.
I'm gonna look at his shadow.
Well, perception.
All right. I hope I roll high. Oof.
You really can't discern his shadow in this sort of thing. You just see a bunch of dancing firelight, and just see
And I
little
repeat
glowing
myself.
points.
Like, I'm not seeing anything, just dancing shadows. Kind of pretty.
Strange. Thank you for food. And the little thing,
Sure.
and the other two eventually stop looking at stop looking at Kyle and leave him alone, and all three just vanish into the burrow.
Taking at us with no, provocation. Force
All
my
right.
hand.
That's something I will probably mention to Kyle when we're alone, just between the two
Yeah,
of
right.
us. Ari is going to be sad when they leave. She kind of pouts and looks at Kyle and like, oh, like they were adorable. And she kind of like, I miss little one.
Hey, Aria,
She looks
Are
over
you-
to you.
are you gonna eat the rest of those? Points at the berries.
I shake my head and offer them to y'all.
I'll take one.
I'll take one. I don't eat it, but I just want food.
I believe that counts as a ration for the day.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Hey.
And since I got 10, and I am
Mhm.
down to four spell slots. I
We got
regret
this.
nothing. I regret nothing.
Yeah, I'll look over to Aria. Thanks for healing me. Nice.
I nod.
And I'll just have the specter falling behind me, maybe looking kind of sad.
Yeah. It also
I am
roll
definitely
insight, Storm.
kind of freaked.
Waiting
What's
for the
that?
result.
Yeah. And what's your reception check for Run?
Actually, it was an accidental,
Okay.
but however, I will, since it's a 26, I will not just let it be. I will use it to investigate, or to look around the area to make sure we're not going to run into any more surprises.
All right. Other than the bunny-like creatures that wandered in, you don't see anything else of interest. Doesn't look like there's anybody else in any of the nearby rooftops. They don't see anything flying overhead that's menacing. Everything looks good out there.
Okay, so Run turns back to the group and, well, what's your next?
Hmm.
I thought we were resting.
I'm
Kyle says.
thinking
I'll let
we,
you see while you're up there.
real quick, I don't know if you guys saw it in chat, but I'll say, like, during the short rest, I'll have passed along the information.
There hasn't been a short. This was only sort of. I guess you're okay. You're only doing a short rest, not a long rest. Yeah. So, yeah. Kyle was just like basically looking at you guys and going, "You haven't really rested much yet. It's only been like 10 minutes."
All right, well, then, over the last 10 minutes, because I figured it wouldn't take too long, I'd have told people about those interesting points and all. What seems to be a
Alright.
fire in the distance on the other side of the river. I'm thinking if we head east and north, there was a large circular cluster of buildings. Towards the middle, there might be something else like this. Maybe some answers.
Maybe. But you said the places that you were most interested in, most of them were to the west. Kyle points out.
Most of them. I figured we might as well hit up the one before crossing the river. I don't trust the water, especially in a place I've never been.
There is a log. You did not see that? I was looking down at the down there and didn't have a chance to help out during that battle because I was busy looking at the lay of the land and discovered that there was a crossing point right there.
Marie is going to clap her hands like, "Ooh, I can cast spells so we can all walk on water. And if I take 10 minutes, then I can cast it like that." She offers.
I'd prefer that to a log. I did see it. I'm the paranoid type. Chuckles kind of awkwardly.
And while
kinda-
they're just
Kyle looks at Run Run, Jasper, and Fitz. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
he'll be puffing on his pipe, and lug's no bother to me. There's a lot of this place that I'd like to check out.
Fitz
I'm
would
fine
just
with
shrug
checking out.
indifferently.
What did you
Yeah,
say,
I'm fine
Jasper?
with checking
Jasper.
out this area.
Mhm.
Well, to this thing. This area before
Hey,
we
Ma,
cross
did
the
you tell
river.
us about this
Ah!
area in the island?
Yeah,
Yes, everything with the green circles, I would have
guys,
mentioned to each of them.
Guys, I couldn't hear a thing Jasper
Yeah.
said. Jasper, can you please repeat what you said?
I'm happy with checking out this area before we cross the river.
Okay, so we have two votes definitely for checking out this area. All right.
Mhm.
Maybe that's where that tabaxi came from.
I'm concerned with the fire. Could be he has friends. Friends that are now very angry.
Well, I have right to be angry too. So, there are friends. We
Okay.
can take care of those.
My main concern is that we're alive with that anger. Let's keep it that way. Deal? Kind of puts out his hand.
Deal, but I don't take it.
We'll chip away at that stony exterior eventually. Hopefully minus the poison.
Again, just glares and looks to the rest of the group. So where are we going?
Aria shrugs.
Well, Kyle, you do seem to be the leader. Would you prefer we head over the river first? Save that for last?
Kyle kind of looks back. I'm not really a leader here. I was just pointing out that there was a path across the river. I have my
And that
own
is much
reason for
appreciated.
being here.
Well, Run chimes in. Well, I know that with that one site that is to the south of us, as far as I've seen when we came in, there was no connection points. So we'd have to create some sort of bridge to it. While
Mhm.
the other places that you find interesting are on the west side of the river, perhaps we should check those out first.
Fine by me. I just want to finish my breather, get ready, and then let's head out if that's all right with you guys.
He nods. Goodness. All right. So we're crossing the river first.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. How many people does water walk back? Oh, up to 10. All right, so during the last 10 minutes of our short rest, Ari is going to be preparing water walk. And the duration is an hour.
Cool.
Ooh.
So anyone who wants to walk on water, she'll grant the ability to. Up to 10.
Darn it, I left my carpenter's tools at home.
Ha ha.
Yeah, I would appreciate some water walking.
Yes.
I'll take it.
I'm just going to say she gives everyone the ability to walk on water.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Do we
And
want to
since
be
it's a
stealthy while we're moving through the city in case we come across any more tabaxi or anything else not friendly?
I'm down for that.
I should be able to
Alright.
fit everyone in the party. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. There's only 7 of us, and I can do up to 10.
And a ferret. Make sure that to keep the ferret in account.
Hey, the ferret's on run.
Yeah, the ferret is safe.
But I'm going to use my merge with stone to cast pass without a trace.
Cool. So we just have to stay near you, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Within 30 feet.
All right. Shall we head out?
Let's go. We've only got this for an hour.
Hurry and
Same with the
nods.
water walk. Let's huff it. Like I said, though, look out for that fire. There might be company.
Perhaps that should be the first thing we look at.
Potentially. And then we go, unless someone else pipes up with something they want to stay for.
Nope. If the
Nah.
spell's been cast.
Across the river we go.
Yay! Self checks.
Yep, and you have the control of the token.
Ooh, nice.
Poof. It. I don't even know if we needed the pass without a trace.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, as we did.
It's always useful to have that. Never underestimate pass without a trace. And the other one who is there we go. So yes, Fitz, that is definitely 40 stealth. Yeah, none of you know exactly where Fitz is, or run amok for that matter. There. And of course, Erebus, you haven't been able to keep track of in a while. He's just been kind of absent. You know he's there.
He's been
you saw him when you were resting, but other than that, he's been absent.
He's trying to stay alive from stopping the second half orc to die.
That is a very good possibility.
Ari is just hanging out near Kyle, just chilling.
All right. So the you can walk directly across the river if you want, or you can go down on this little bridge over here. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, I was thinking
Walk
that
across the
line
river.
would be where it goes. I just want to put that there tentatively instead of a.
Ari is completely softly giggling to herself as she crosses the water, enjoying the weird sensation. Of walking completely on water as over solid. It is a new sensation. Alright.
So
Can I see anything in the water?
Roll perception check,
Or
please.
anything? Do.
Any results from the perception?
Sorry for the delay. Let's see here. Nope, you don't see anything interesting in the water.
Yeah.
No, but as you guys get into the buildings and stuff around here.
Sorry, I clicked at the same time you did.
Yeah, if you can just let me continue, please. Thank you. As you get close to that building over there, you hear lots of groaning. And as you look around, you see no less than 9 zombies covered in some kind of weird yellow funk.
How far away are they?
They're quite close. They're coming in between the buildings.
Were people trying to draw in any kind of, or like walk in any kind of line, or are we just in a general clump?
The real knows as can we notice that if they have noticed us?
Yeah, they seem to all be making their way towards you.
Assume we would have just been loosely grouped around the past Jasper.
Yeah.
Well,
For whatever reason, I see myself being on the right.
Let me rephrase. Considering how well you're stealthing, you think they might have seen you because they seem to be heading in your direction.
But if we go into combat, we would definitely break stealth.
Yeah. And there's like this plant nearby that seems to be shedding some kind of pollen or something.
Is it a similar color as the funk on
the
zombies?
It is a yellow color.
Can I?
Oh,
what were you saying?
Can I?
What were you saying?
I, the player, know this. I, the player, know this.
Can I do a nature check, please?
Yes, you can.
Same.
I'm shit at nature.
All right, Fitz. You know that to be yellow musk creeper. That they are quite nasty plants. Oops. For the right page. that a yellow musk creeper is an unholy vine whose flowers resemble an orchid's. Bright yellow with splashes of purple, these flowers expel a musk that attracts prey. A yellow musk creeper clings to walls, pillars, gravestones, door frames, or statuary in shadows, locations remaining motionless until strikes. And they tend to infect people, turning them into zombies, which is what you're seeing kind of wandering through these ruins right where you moved in between. What would you guys like to do?
I have a quick question. The
All right.
zombies, do they look of similar race or like origin, or are they all types?
They're actually all types. The image on
Okay.
here they're using an albino dwarf, but they are of all kinds of creatures. Like you see a kobold, you see a couple of humans, you do see some dwarves there too.
Okay. Also, I cannot
You also see
control
some.
my.
You also see some. Yeah, I know you can't yet. You also see something that resembles some kind of reptile, though it's not a lizard man. And you do see a lizard man as well, but that's why the other one stands out. It doesn't actually look like a lizard person. It looks like it's half human, half lizard. Among the zombies.
Also a zombie, I take it.
I'm sorry, what?
Just we keep moving away from that plant. Lest we become
Ria's
like
going
these
to
things.
Ria's going to look to the it's like, oh, bad plant, like that flower. She grips her quarterstaff closer, remembering the flower that knocked her out for a good solid few minutes.
It's not going to just knock you out. It's going to turn you into one of those. And she points at the zombies.
We either fight or we move. I vote move.
Move.
I mean, if
There's
we
way
have
too
to
many.
fight away from the plant.
I'm fine with that. There's a walkway. Let's go to the main thoroughfare.
Assuming we can get through these guys. Do we need to do any rolls to see if we get through these guys or anything?
All right. With that, let's see what roll shall I have you make here. Well, you spotted the dangerous things and the flowers and the fact that these things are approaching. So pretty much the main thing you need to do is to keep away from that musk flower and keep down any sounds you might make, which is doable because you have Pass Without a Trace on you, which happens to muffle sound. So, for this challenge, I will have all of you roll me dexterity saving throws at advantage.
Yay!
And this won't include the pass without a trace. That's what's giving us the advantage.
The Pass Without a Trace is what's giving you the advantage.
Ooh,
Cool.
15.
Oh God. Jesus,
Oh,
man,
no.
come on.
Not my fault.
Can Aria, kind of hearing that the flower will turn her that, grab her poncho and cover her mouth and nose with it?
Sure.
All right.
Alright, so since the majority of you did well on your dexterity saving throw, you managed to carefully tiptoe your way through this area without making the creeper blow up on you. Well, it doesn't actually blow up like a creep, I just see creeper and I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
So. But you actually managed to make it through. Wow, I put down all the tokens and I don't actually need them. Congratulations.
Yay.
I was hoping to kill some stuff.
I'm glad we didn't. Oh, those were nasty. Yeah. They're one of the few. I ran into them in my first Tomb of Annihilation. Woo.
Yeah, that was a lot. So I'm glad we didn't fight that.
Yeah.
You still hear them in the distance behind you. But now you have you have an easier time of identifying the plants you need to stay away from. Especially with Fitz in your party.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah, no more
You're
flower
saying
picking.
we shouldn't lick that one then.
Definitely not.
We could just walk down the avenue here and be like, don't touch that one, don't touch that one, don't lick that one, don't eat that one, don't smell that one, don't touch that one.
Don't look at that one. Until we carry on towards that main highway.
Someone needs to change the batteries, their smoke detector.
I'll go push to talk. Apparently, it's still not fixed.
Yeah, I thought you were going push to talk, and you kept because you still have that annoying noise in the background.
I know, we can't get it to go away. I'm doing my best. It's not my house.
It's not bothering me. I just like heard it beep. I thought it was a smoke detector that was beeping.
It is. It's a smoke detector. It's been going off for weeks now.
I've replaced the battery 4 times, and it's hardwired into the house. I don't know why it's beeping, because it still functions.
All right.
All right. So
Yeah, do we see anything?
Keep
we need
moving
to-
away from the zombies.
All right. So, getting up towards the campsite and looking over there, having not seen anybody since the zombies. Amid the ruins is an abandoned campsite. Torn backpacks and rotted gear litter the ground around the 3 moldering tents. At the center of the camp, a scrap of dirty yellow cloth hangs from a crude wooden flagpole.
Perception, do I see or hear anyone around? Is the fire looks lit on the picture, so like is there a lit fire there, but just everything's rotting around it?
The fire's not actually lit. It's one of those things that they put on. I don't understand why they colored it like that on the map, because it's not
Probably-
an active campfire.
Okay.
probably
Am
to
I
make it
just-
stand out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm... To simply make it more obvious,
so
and like a point
basically
of...
what you would have seen from the sky looking down at that earlier when you were doing recon, you would have basically seen all the yellow and the fact that there was clearly tents down there and a fire pit and things that weren't part of the ruins.
I don't see or
Okay.
hear anything, so
Can I roll perception?
Yes, you may.
I think Run will
Ooh,
do.
not that much better.
Fitz doesn't
Oh,
hear
we need
anything
somebody
either.
else to get 11.
8, 9, 10, 24.
at least someone sees something. Jeez.
Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least for adding on to perceptions. Look at that. Not in the right order though. But yeah, Run, you sit and listen, and you don't hear anything close. Not close enough to be much of a worry. You do hear the occasional, sounds in the distance. Something probably very far away and like echoing deeply inside the city somewhere, like a roar of some kind. But nothing close enough to be threatening.
Okay, and how far is this camp from us?
You're right in front of it. You're at the camp. That's what
Okay.
you're staring at right now.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think here for a moment. Run's going
I
to
would-
investigate the camp itself.
All right, roll me investigation, please.
Aria would like to also investigate mostly the pouches to see if there's like any insect repellent or something useful.
I'll help Aria go through some of the pouches just to see if I can help her find anything. I don't know if that would give her advantage on an investigation or if I would have to.
Hi,
roll it
what?
separately.
How's your investigation? Because mine's a flat roll.
I got a wait, no, that's intimidation. I got a +2.
All right, how about? Can I help her? Can we both look at it and then she can roll an advantage because I'm helping her?
1 second,
Because
I
roll-
need to give you a handout of something you found. I just need to double check to make sure it's the
Okay.
correct one. All right.
Yeah.
So question. Run. You found a
Mhm.
moldering letter. Are you going to share it with your party?
Yes.
All right. I will just show it to all players then. Meanwhile, Arya, what did you say you were doing? I'm sorry.
What's his face? Jasper and I were going to search the packs together, and
Alright.
she roll at advantage because I'm helping her because she has a better investigation than I do.
Yeah, you kind of like look through that and go ahead. Roll your investigations. Going on the 15 for a moment. Yeah. So as Ron is pulling up this moldy letter that he now has in his hands, Jasper and you go start looking through the packs, and it's nothing but mold. If there's anything interesting here at some point, it's either been taken already or has simply disintegrated over time.
Okay.
Do any of these names mean something to you, Kyle?
Which names? Kyle looks up. He didn't actually. He isn't looking at the letter.
I'll mention them. Devlin, Rue,
Sorry. There would
Rick's-
have been the only problem with me sharing this sort of thing without editing it is I forgot that there's a line in there that shouldn't have been in there. One second.
something we shouldn't know yet, or something that simply doesn't
It doesn't exist in
relate
this
to
world.
your
Sorry.
version to.
Sorry. One single line and that included a name that doesn't exist on this world. So there we go. Sorry, fixed it.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to roll a history check if that's okay. On
Sure.
the Eye of Zaltak.
I don't like that this mentions 9 gods and an eye. Grizz, what are you doing?
This is Tomb of Annihilation. It was
can I
out
roll
years
it?
and years ago.
I know.
I know I have +0 to
Nine's a
religion, but
powerful
can I roll?
number.
Can
ahead.
I roll religion? Because can I roll religion to see if I would, recognize that, even though I have +0?
Sure.
I've actually got
I
I'm
don't know.
proficient in religion, so would I
Nope.
be able to as well?
Of course.
Trying
Bum,
to
bum,
make
ba,
sure
ba.
what my proficiency is, because I got to add that double.
Grizz, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm proficient in religion. Would I be able to roll one of those as well to see if I know what
you can roll that. Go ahead and roll.
Hey! Well, it doesn't really matter, but
So,
Okay. So, Jasper, you must have read this somewhere in a book or something along those lines, like maybe a tourist brochure. When you first came to the lands of Chult, like not really a brochure. Like maybe you hung out somewhere and learned all this information of old history of Chult. But after their original gods, Ubatu and Woos, seemingly abandoned the people of Omu for being kind of cruel and selfish. They took on 9 new gods, trickster gods, who had taken on animal forms and come out of the woods, so the jungles, and they apparently built shrines for them all around Omu. And in fact, it suddenly occurs to you, you were in one of those shrines. That's where you find that cube. There must be 8 others around here somewhere. There's a story that with that 25 religion check you would know. I'm trying to find the copy of it. Hold on.
okay.
All right.
I'll be right back. Just go and get me a drink.
I'm going to actually paste this into your Discord. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that opens or not. Apparently, it didn't like me pasting a whole thing of text, and it's maybe apparently put that into a messenger thing.
Yeah, it does that. Only use a certain amount of words of letters or
Well,
whatever.
someone's very close to their microphone and being very noisy. Right. Sorry.
Mm,
I mean, I'm you're still new to me. I get easily distracted by noise. I've got ADHD, so small noises
oh, dude, same.
get this make me lose my train of thought.
I understand. That's why, like, I could hear that beeping louder than
Yeah.
probably some other people could, but mm. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So I said again, with that 25, you would know that entire legend. And it's like something that maybe you'd forgotten about in the moment, and then it suddenly occurred to you when you're looking at that and Shrine of the Night. Oh yeah, that story I heard. That's where we were. We were in the Shrine of what's it was. uh, we we were just in Unk's shrine.
Okay, I'm going to mute real quick just so I can read this without any distraction, because if I try to read it with like noise going on, I'm not going to be able to.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so what does Run know about the eye with the 21?
About the eye. That is what I'm trying to determine right now. And here's the scary thing: there's no easily accessible information on the eye. It just seems to be every mark in here, and I'm having a hard time finding exactly what it is. I could have sworn it's in here somewhere, so that it has a specific function, and therefore I can't just do my normal thing of, oh, I hear this thing called the eye, I'm gonna make this thing up. Because I'm looking at it and going, I'm pretty sure I know that exists somewhere. That last time I was playing this game, that I did something about that. But I have no idea what it is right now. Because I could have sworn it was something that you could find by looking at the back of the book, like most reasonable things.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a quick look through all of the pages to see if I can find information on the eye. I really hate them. For all the other magical items, they say, oh, just look this up in the appendix. And this is like the one item it's just referenced there, and no appendix for it.
Oof.
It's not even on the Roll20 thing to look up. It's like just nowhere.
So it seemed like that shrine we were in was, I don't even know how to say this name. I'm going to say Unk, the flail snail.
I can't pronounce it either.
I'm just going to say Unk.
Yeah, I think that's right.
There was apparently a bunch of fighting between some of the Samoans and these trickster gods, and Flail Snail, hearing some of this fighting, slithered up from under the earth and blinded one of them, made his eyes water, and life returned to the place. So that that cube that we found, I'm betting there's probably more scattered all around the city in other temples. We would just have to go and find them.
Do you think it references these 9 gods? So maybe 8 more?
Seems so. Also, if we see any grung around here holding a cool looking spear, we may want to grab that.
The grung or the spear?
Both.
Yes, we'll grab the grung and we'll grab the spear.
What point of the day is it? What, still kind of afternoon? Morning? Noon?
I'd imagine it's noon by now.
Okay. We still got some hours before dark.
So yeah, I sent Run what he knows of the eye.
Okay. So you see Run's eyes just grow as big as saucers. And this mischievous grin comes across his face as he looks at this note, and it dawns on him what this thing is. It's and it's like, for him, if you could see a child in a candy store, and I'm not talking about a small candy store, I'm talking about like the world of M&Ms in Las Vegas style candy store. This is what Run looks like right now.
Basically, you're in a
Or-
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Or Rhea when she sees a small cute animal.
Yeah, that too.
That.
Run's like, guys, and you see his a little hand just, his finger just like can't even keep a straight point as he turns back and look at you with a almost like a maniacal look. Not really maniacal, but he, this.
I smack him to snap him out of it.
And you hear Brun go, Musky. The eye is, well, for centuries this fist-sized ruby that used to be mounted in the Great Pyramid. The gem is a relic of the plunge.
Doesn't sound very good.
Well,
You see Kyle frowning a bit. That culture has been dead for, he thinks for a moment, close to 2,000 years. Ever since the old Miig Empire managed to get all the way down there. It's believed that some of their soldiers may have looted that artifact.
well, if the rumors are true of what I've heard of it, well, in the wrong hands, it can be very dangerous.
Wonder how it ended up here. And he thinks for a minute and then shakes his head. Oh, of course. History books again. He shakes his head. History was not my best subject, but my sister was better at it. I have to remember that this the Omun Empire was also heavily influenced and partially conquered by the the Mulam Empire too. Might have just ended up as part of a trade at some point and ended up here. It seems like Kyle's done talking.
And
Yeah. Aria is not very good with history at all, or she's kind of looking at between everyone. Like,
I'm thinking if we get these 9 cubes, we'll be able to get into the Tomb of the 9 Gods.
what's in the Tomb of the 9 Gods? That seems kind of ominous.
Would I know what's in the Tomb of the 9 Gods? Because this doesn't mention it as far as I can
Roll a history
tell.
check.
Okay, gotta go back to...
Because religion check wouldn't help with that. But a history check might.
Yeah.
Again, I have a +0 to history.
Probably
No,
not.
it's strange because, like, you know the religion of the area, but apparently, whatever tomb this is, it didn't exist until after the people that laid down the history about the trickster gods left Omu and entered Port Nazir. So, apparently that's something that happened
Yeah,
later.
I'm not sure what could be inside of it, but if it's a tomb that's been locked for a long time, there'd be some interesting stuff in there.
Aria kind of kind of grimaces, like, oh, so we'd be grave robbers then.
In a sense, if you look at it that way. Or we could just be liberating items from the darkness.
I think this is where Jasper and Run form an unbreakable friendship.
Aria's just gonna be looking kind of disturbed by it all. And she's like, but Daddy says that you mustn't disturb the dead or their belongings.
I mean,
He said
who knows
bad
if they
luck
even
happens
belong
to that.
to them, really? They could just have been put in there by other people.
But why would they be in somebody's tomb if they didn't belong to them?
And Run comes up and kind of taps Arya on the arm and points off towards the where the moaning's coming from. I think the dead's already been awakened.
Technically dead if they're undead.
Aria kind of looks confused and says, and she's just like, I still don't like it. I don't think I will be partaking in any grave robbing.
Think of it as liberating, not robbing. Liberation's good.
Well, I don't know about the rest of the things, but if everything that I've ever heard about this eye is true, that is one thing that we may want to get and put somewhere where it can be studied and kept safe.
But isn't it already
It
safe if
belongs in
nobody
a
knows where it
museum!
is?
We know where it is, so
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Well, like I said, studied and kept safe.
What's the difference?
because we could come along and find these things and take them to a safe place to where they won't be used for nefarious means. But if we don't, someone else could come along get these things and use them for nefarious means. If we get them, we know that they won't be.
Ari is kind of thinking hard, and she's, her brows furrowed and her tail swishes back and forth as she's thinking about what they're saying.
Run kind of rubs pinches the bridge of his nose, and let me put it into understandable terms. Okay, someone has this eye. They literally have the power of a god in their palm of their hand.
Actually, Aria's going to kind of mutter in under her breath in Elvish about like, and what's so useful about the gods? They don't do anything anyway.
I speak Elvish, so I understand you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, do I speak Elvish?
I don't know, do you?
1 second. I'm trying, but my freaking character sheet went super tiny for no reason. And it won't let me expand it. Try this.
Oof.
There we go. Okay. I do know Elvish. Okay, yeah, so I do understand you. To say back to you in Elvish, I agree with you. Like I said, if someone were to get their hands on this and want to use it for evil or bad things, it's best that we have it so they can't do that.
Ari is going to kind of look back at you and respond in Elvish, like, but people don't need any power of the gods to do bad things. And her tail kind of begins to wrap around her leg, and she looks a little more anxious.
But imagine the bad things they could do if they had the power of a god.
Ari just kind of gives you this, not quite understanding look, like just more of a mournful look. And she kind of steps away.
All right. Should Run make another check to see if they've had any notes of where they think the other shrines might?
Go for it. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me?
Okay.
Okay, so boy, that's
You can find nothing more of interest in the camp.
question. Why is there a double roll when I roll from the character sheet?
In case the advantage or disadvantage of them is always the one used.
Okay.
Also, probably across that grung. Tentacles. So we'll grung.
The grung.
Well, most grung don't have tentacles. At least I don't think they do. But if you come across one with tentacles, then we'll know that's the one that has the spear. Probably won't.
Show me that grung.
look over if it's. I don't know if that's one
I wonder what flavor that was.
My
She
guess.
flavor. Yeah.
Well, so I guess we'll start looking for these 8 shrines.
So
Mhm.
Where are we thinking next?
Yeah, I think this one down south front looks like a shrine. Well, as a player,
I mean, we're closer to this one.
except that doesn't really look much like a shrine. Not like how that one did. You know. But I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
It's still a place of interest that we could check out, but if we do, then we're going to be going in the complete opposite direction from anything else that we could check out. Sure. I'd,
I
yeah,
said we
go
might as well
south.
not, because there are 2 down south too.
Yeah, we can check out the 2 down south and then make our way back up.
Get the stuff down over this side.
Mhm. Or maybe you think it'd be better since it's up north, it's closer, it's considered midday. You know, maybe we could knock out that and maybe find a safe place to rest the night.
Don't know how we're gonna get to that one in the volcano.
That's
Unless we
another
know and fly.
problem.
Yeah.
Problem
Hey,
for
if we
another
hit
day.
level 8, if we hit level 8 before we get there, then Nick and Jasper can both get flying speeds.
I don't see that happening, but
Hey,
Helps
2
then
more
we
you guys,
levels.
but then
We're going to get everybody else across.
Well, said if we both do giant eagles, maybe we can each carry one other person. Then we got Run can jump on his familiar.
Well, an eagle that's big
True.
enough can potentially carry 2 people.
Yeah, I said
One in each
giant
claw.
eagles.
Yep, 1 in each claw. Especially if one of those
Mhm.
people that's turned into to an eagle is the furbolg.
Yeah. And Mr. Maul can fly himself across.
Yes, I can.
So, hey,
I just look at him. You say that you have a fear of heights, but you fly.
I'm uncomfortable with heights, but I'm technically capable of going up there. I'm not sure if you noticed, but when I flew, I went straight up, I went straight down. And it was also my magic. I trust my magic more than I trust others. I've had some very bad experiences.
All right.
or he's just kind of like, I think I'm closer at learning how to fly now, but not yet. I need some more time.
North or south? Which way we going?
I think north.
Let's head north.
That is 3 votes for north. What do the rest of you think?
I say north because it's closer and it's getting dark.
That's noon, so I feel like by the time we get down there, might as well knock out the one up north and then spend tomorrow morning walking and knock those 2 out, hopefully in quick succession.
Unless we come across any more of those, what were they? The monsters that we fought in the flail snail temple.
ghouls or I think they
Yeah,
weren't
the ghouls.
ghouls. They
Gas.
were gas.
Guests.
Yeah.
they were such a gas. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, luckily, if we at least use the wall, we can be safe from surprises. Except for
Has it-
maybe on top of buildings like our friend earlier.
Has it been an hour yet for the pass without a trace?
Not quite.
Grizz, if you're talking, I
Depends
can't
on-
hear you.
Not quite.
About how long do we have left on it, or what I know?
I'm thinking 10.
If we're going, we need to move now.
Let's make the most of it. I can always
Yep.
scout ahead once it wears off.
Alright. Stealth
to the
again? Easy stealthing.
Wish me luck.
Da-dum,
Oh god.
da-dum, da-dum,
Well-
da-dum, da-dum, da-da, da-da,
Well, Jasper,
I'm
Jasper,
having
at
the
least
same
that's a
problem as you,
17.
Fitz.
Was that, Ren?
Oh, I was telling Jasper, at least that's a 17 with the
Yeah.
path without a trace still going on.
Goddess and gods for that.
Yeah, Kyle is not all that stealthy. So whoever's controlling the token, you can move it to where you want. You're heading up a street. You are
You said we're heading
reasonably
up the
stealthy.
street?
You're heading up the street. You said you're heading north.
Should we be able to see that token? Because I don't see a token.
It's that
It's the
little
thing
star
that-
The little
token.
star.
And
Oh, it's very gray. It blends in a little bit where it was sitting.
Yeah, it looks like just like a piece of broken stone or something whenever it's sitting
it's
on
like a
the.
little throwing star thing.
Yeah.
There, now it's like nothing
we
else.
That's
Yay.
better. I can see it now.
Hold on a second. I just noticed you passed by something with a note on it.
Sorry.
No.
Ooh,
I was covering the shrine.
notes.
But as you're, walking by, you happen to, with enough of your passive perceptions and all that, you'd have noticed that you notice over on this side, where this fancy-looking building over here, cracked monoliths flank the entrance to this ruin. Saw-edged ferns grow in the courtyard beyond broken flagstones. A pair of stone doors provide entry to a large, flat-roofed ruin. And you can see images of what looks like the same kind of rabbit that that Arya had been chatting with, right on the outside of it. And from Jasper's description, Jasper's remembrance of the 9 guards, it's one of the 9.
That's what I was thinking. We want to check this place out. This could be one of the shrines that we need to hit.
Alright. Well, we want to keep heading over here and then save this for later.
I
I'd say let's do
Go
the
for
shrine
it.
while we're here.
I will tell the rest of the group that legend that I remembered. They built shrines to animals, so any place that has an animal outside of it, probably be one of the shrines that we need to go to.
I agree with that statement.
And I say we get a move on and check it out.
Alright.
Where's the
Hurry.
star thing? Oh, there's the star thing.
And while everyone else will be using the stairs, Run will just walk down the side of the wall so that way he could go ahead and make an investigation for traps or anything that may be in the area.
That's where you guys are at.
All right. Mm.
Sculptural
freaking hate not having
reliefs
dark vision.
decorate the door. Oops, hold on. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Sculptural reliefs decorate the doors of the shrine. The carvings show a horned rabbit charging a small, feral-looking bear with sharp claws. A cuneiform message is etched above the doors. And this is in Old Omen.
Which none of us know, I do believe.
I don't know it. Yep.
Nope, I think the closest thing I would be able to do would be Chaltese.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages and then
Alrighty.
cautiously walk up to the writing. I had to put my hands on the stone it's written on, I guess it says.
Yep, and I imagine that you can get there. I mean, it's
I must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
it's above the doors, but you are a cat. You can climb up the wall, touch the door to read it.
Sure, I'll
Go ahead.
explode and climb up the wall.
You read the following.
Grab one of the-
Aijin teaches us to take the path least expected.
She'd say that out loud so that she'd read it out loud.
Is least expected, huh?
So not the door?
And then turns around and says, "Nope, possibly in the rear, Buttercup."
You said Ijin?
Aijin, yes.
That's all that.
I got right, I'm assuming. If Jasper
Yes.
knew that, she would
The
tell
horned
us.
bunny.
Okay, so
No, just what I saw it.
I guess
description.
with that, like if the thought is that it would be the path least expected, Fitz would start prowling around the perimeter of the building,
All right.
looking for other ways in. So she'll go off to the side, I guess. Investigate, look for secret
Yeah.
doors or something. I don't know.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Secret tunnel.
I'm not investigating.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
Yeah, run.
tunnel.
To investigate the outside of this building, off to the left side, and can't find any other way in.
all right, so I guess I'll investigate the other side as well then.
Fitz
See anything
doing
with
that, but
the
Fitz didn't see
whopping 12 I rolled.
Yeah, Fitz didn't see anything on her investigation either.
Can I
You're
roll
welcome to
perception
look
see if that-
again. Sorry.
Can I roll perception to see if I see any of the burrows that the
Sure.
rabbit creatures were in?
Go for it.
Let's hope I.
You do see a burrow of one of the rabbit creatures. It is right over here. We're right close to where Fitz is standing.
I'm gonna move over there. I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to ritual cast speak with animals.
While the two of them are busy searching.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
and after that 10 minutes, I'm going to take a ration. I do believe I have a few rations, and I'm going to kind of, piece of bread. So I put it at the top of, kind of the front of the burrow to kind of lure them out.
The bunny slowly sticks its head out as Fitz and Run are both running their hands along the sides of the building, searching it very thoroughly over these 10 minutes, not finding any other way in besides the doors.
I
Our
look over to the
ritual-
creature, and I smile and say, "Hello." Sorry.
Hi. It consciously picks at the.
I'm not moving, but I simply say, I'm like, hey, we're looking for another way in besides the door. Do you happen to know if there's one?
Uh,
I tilt my head and I kind of
no,
give a smile.
there isn't one. Why are you looking for another way in? There's only the front.
I was like, well, it says to take the path least expected, and I figured the door would be the most expected. So why wouldn't there be another way in?
Kind of sits up on its haunches and seems to be thinking for a moment. I think it's referring to maybe what's inside there. Parents spoke of stories of people going through there at different points, and they had to to be careful. To
Ah.
take to be careful in their reasoning.
Aria nods and she smiles, says, thank you, that was helpful. Then she kind of blushes, like, can I give you a little pet? You are very soft.
Yes.
Okay. I pet the little bunny creature.
Be careful. And it
And-
descends back down into its hole.
And I stand up. And I think I still have the spell running, so I'm going to call out to them in animal tongue. Like, Fitz, run!
I
She's
ritually cast Detect Magic and check the door.
The door is not magical, but you get the sense that there's something magical beyond the door. Detect magic lasts for 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yes, but I can't detect anything that's behind total cover.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that there's
The door,
anything in there.
the door itself is not magical.
Okay.
Okay, so is this door locked?
No, it is not.
That I'm a gnome, and that is a stone door. Perhaps we should get some of the big ones to open it up.
Aria looks around at the rest of the party and points to Maul. Like him? Maul, you're what, 6 foot? Maul, are you there?
Sorry, had a minor
Oh.
forget with the animal. I actually stepped away for a moment. Apologies.
Okay. How tall is a Maul?
6'8".
Okay, so I'm still the tallest member of the party.
I mean, yeah, you're a fearbulk.
But yeah, I'm like 7'3". I'm like 7'3". So Ron suggested like we look at the we get a larger member, so I point to you.
Also, I do apologize. I heard the thing where I believe it was Aria going to burrow for the horned rabbit things, but I don't know what happened.
Okay, no other way in except for the doors.
Okay.
Doors are unlocked, but they are stone doors.
And I do let the party know that the kind of message went for whatever happened inside, and worshippers had to.
Okay. So, are we needing assistance opening it?
That's run surmisation.
I want to cast Enhance Ability on Maul and give him. Where is it at? It's the one with strength. Jesus, I can't.
Yeah. The bear one or
strength.
whatever. If you cast it, because I know you last time worked on like tweaking the description so they'd read, it'll show us the descriptions.
Yeah, but the bear's endurance was Constitution. It's the bull strength that's
Can you still cast it though, just so I
I'll
know what it
do
does?
that.
Oh, advantage. Cool. So I guess athletics to attempt to push open the door.
Yep, go for it.
All right. I'll ask those with range attacks to prepare for anything that might jump out at me, and I will push or pull or whatever this door seems to
All right.
indicate.
It easily pushes in. And you see this on the floor. Some kind of puzzle,
hell.
a bunch of animal faces. And you, Jasper, with your eyes still lit up from detect magic, notice that all of the horned bunny tiles are glowing with magic.
What school?
Let's see. Oof. I forget exactly what it is. I'm terrible with schools. It's a healing. It's a beneficial healing type magic.
Okay,
So whatever
I'll
that
tell
would
that
be.
to the rest of the party. I think that's not. Oh God.
Aria, remembering what happened with the last temple they were clearing of that puzzle, she's going to very cautiously step on one of the bunny tiles.
All right. You step on. If you notice, the north is the one that's on the north side is the furthest away. So the four ones down there, you have bunny. You have. I'm actually not sure what that is. I think monkey, giraffe, and zebra. You step on the bunny tile, and immediately roll a 2d10.
Oh, fun. Oh, no.
The school would be
You gain-
evocation.
yeah,
and
you
that
gain
could be good or bad.
You gain 10 temporary hit points.
Yay! Alright. Alright, got 10 temporary hit points. Okay.
All right. Which tile do you step on next? There are basically two in front of you, the giraffe and the zebra.
Would I be
Any
able
of the other ones
to
light
try and
up?
reach for another bunny tile with my long legs?
No, even with your long legs, you can't, these are all 5 foot apart. Let me read you the description. A 10-foot wide hallway strikes off into the gloom. Carved tiles depicting various beats decorate the hallway. The place itself is 20 feet long and 10. Oh well, yeah. Each tile is 5 feet. Oh, never mind. That was arranged in 8 rows of 4. Oh, 32 tiles cover a 20-foot long, 10-foot wide stretch of hallway. So, actually, I guess each of these is 2.5 feet.
So would I be able to jump, bunny from to
So
bunny
that means
to
you're
bunny
stepping
to bunny?
on. You're stepping on bunny, and I'm actually not sure what that is because I see that monkey is up higher.
Actually, I think it may be spider.
Spider. Okay. So you're on bunny and spider.
Do any of the other ones light up, or is it only the bunny ones?
Only the bunny ones are lit up.
Okay.
By chance, could I get a quick synopsis of what's been going on?
Nothing has been going on. We're still discussing the same thing.
Well, so are they standing on the tablet thing like a twister sort of deal?
Yeah, we're like figuring out the size. It's. Oh, so that's that's a hippo. Okay, that makes sense.
What? Oh, okay. Now I can see it.
Yeah, I was having difficulty because of the way it's showing on this thing. But yeah,
Like a hippo in the water being reflected?
maybe
Kinda.
I can see it better now. Yeah. No, but currently Arya is standing on bunny and hippo up front.
Mm-hmm.
Because each tile, yeah, and she has to decide which one to go to next.
Well, if I could jump. Goodness. So it's what, 2.5 feet? So
Actually, if you're actually over there, never mind. That's actually 4 of them that you're stepping on all at once. I think. Let me double check this. This is kind of diseased. Okay, no, you're basically you can decide which of the on any 4 square space you can decide which 2 animals you're stepping on. So you're stepping on bunny and giraffe, hippo, or zebra.
So I have 1 foot on the bunny with a 1 on the hippo for my first step.
Okay.
And then my second would be hmm. What does the schwal look like?
Roll perception. It's pretty dark in there. You're having difficulty seeing anything besides the tiled floor.
Yeah, so even if I were to wild shape into a lizard.
The walls are actually very smooth. You doubt that being a lizard will let you climb the wall. As for what's over the
Okay.
door, again, it reads it fits translated for you. Ijin teaches us to take the path least expected.
Okay. On all of the squares, do any of them seem more or less worn than the others?
Roll perception. And Arya, are you gonna let anybody move in behind you?
Yeah.
Side by
Yeah.
side.
If
Okay.
he's going.
You see that they are all fairly worn, and it's very difficult to tell any particular wear patterns. It's almost as if it doesn't matter which ones get stuffed on where. It might be some other combination. Like all of them are like uniformly stepped on.
Okay.
But you also happen to notice that you can see better into the sides of the room. There are shafts. There are basically holes in the walls, and you can tell there's some kind of trap mechanism back there, like possibly darts or arrows that would come shooting out of the holes in the walls.
Okay.
Ooh, sounds like Run might want to do either investigation or perception to find the trap's trigger.
Yeah, Run can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Run. You can't quite see the trap's trigger, but with that investigation, you're pretty certain it has something to do with some kind of combination of tiles stepped on.
So no disabling the traps. Got it.
Yeah, it looks like it's one of those ones that would be too. Like, basically, you would still have to go a time at a time, and it's very difficult to tell where exactly you should be starting off. Like, you can go into a safe square and try to disable the holes if you have something to plug them up with. But you'd still have to get to the next tile before you can do that with the next group of holes. And by that, you'd still have to figure out the safest way to cross.
Hey, Kitty Patootie, Tree Hugger, maybe perhaps I should be the one to try to cross here first.
Maria's going to nod and kind of move off as rabbit tiles give health.
Oh.
By the way, Jasper, you would notice the rabbit tile that Arya stepped on is no longer glowing so much. Whatever spell it is, it hasn't reset right now. If it does reset at all, but most likely it does.
Okay.
And both the rabbit and the hippo tile in front are still pressed down.
Okay, so Run will go ahead and start from.
You are small
the-
enough that you can step on one tile instead of two.
Yes.
So, which ones do you start with?
I'm thinking I'm going to start with the hippo tile.
It's still already pressed down from Arya.
Yep. And then let's see. You did say that they are 5 feet across, correct? So
A group of 4 is 5 feet across. Yeah, because it's 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. So each of those groups of 4 is 5 feet around, which is why I said that a gnome could probably stand on one of them because you're small enough. But someone like Arya is definitely standing on at least 2.
yeah. Okay, let's go to zebra.
Okay. The one in front of Hippo, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Which one next?
Dragonfly.
Okay.
Monkey.
Monkey. Okay.
Jaguar.
Okay.
Rabbit.
Roll a 2d10, please. You gain 8 temporary hit points. Which one next?
Okay. Okay, so let's go to giraffe
Okay.
and then the eagle.
Okay. And you are now across the room.
I'm gonna try to follow that path.
Yeah.
That run
The
just
problem.
did.
The problem with that is like other than attempting to hop, which will cause you to roll dexterity saving throws each time, is that all of the bigger folk are pretty much having a problem of needing to step on 2 at a time, but they can, you see the 4 pattern. Because of that, you can also step onto another 4 to any one of the ones in the next 4 pattern. So you
I
can
wild
basically.
shape into one of the bunny things.
By the way, you notice that all of the panels came back up from the floor after he hit the last one on the line.
Cool. And I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Why are we saying that we have to hit 2? Like just the length of our stride,
It's the
or
length
are the
of your.
tiles too
It's
small?
They're too small. And that the only reason why the gnome could do that was because he's small enough that he could put both of his feet on one without tipping over. Everyone else,
Okay.
a group of 4 is 1 5-foot square, so you're gonna be standing on at
Okay.
least 2 of them.
I was just wondering because, like, if we,
And I'm
if
wild
we think,
shaping into a bunny.
All right, so you wild shape into a bunny, and now you're sitting on the bunny.
Right,
I
following
think
the
she's saying,
path that he just took.
Okay, you're following the exact path. All right, that works.
So hippo, zebra, dragonfly, monkey, jaguar. It was bunny, and then giraffe and eagle after that.
Am I correct in my logic there, Grizz?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about that. It's like, yeah, and you can jump that, but if you mess up, you're still gonna have to roll a dexterity saving throw to get to land on the specific tile you want.
Mhm.
Yeah. The main thing I was wondering is, like, if a 2x2 is 5 feet, then that means the tile's 2.5 feet across. But again, you'd have to figure out how to pass 5 feet easily without tripping and, God forbid, getting skewered.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to wrap our heads around the logic of the puzzle and the trap.
Really wish I had spells I could help with this.
Yeah, and it's very difficult when I'm trying to when I'm thinking and one person's talking, another person's typing. My brain is just like going, "Yeah, this isn't working." It's just attempting to deal with two different. It sets the problem with the two different parts of my brain, which I really hate. That they don't want to, and they don't want to communicate with each other.
Hey, Run Amok, do you see anything over there? Might give us some insight?
Yeah, I'm across now too.
Okay.
I could probably look.
How low do the things go? The holes, like all the way to the floor, pretty much.
They're mostly along the wall.
Yeah, but if one were to say army crawl, would you be able to avoid the
No,
the
no,
hole?
you wouldn't be able to.
you
Sorry,
know?
I didn't know what you were getting at.
Okay,
Plus, there could be gas or fire that comes out of them. We don't know how low it would extend anyway.
true. All right.
Got a hallway over on the other side.
Any text on the walls or any interesting points?
I was gonna wait off on that until we got more people across, or if and even decide they want to stay where they are.
I think.
It's like basically for me, it's like too late at night to try to do two things at once with that, which is also why I'm having difficulty translating between people typing at me and people talking at me. It's like
It's all right.
brain
All
isn't
right.
working.
I mean, what I'm putting in chat is mostly for the group, just like my thought process, so we have kind of like a running note for ideas.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if like there's something right there on the wall next to them, not down the hallway, but just right there that might give insight into the puzzle. Because I don't want to get skewered or whatever else might be in those walls. So I'm just trying to come up with something, some kind of lead, so I don't die.
All the same path.
Oh.
But you can't because you're too big. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the different ways. Like, do I go a path where I'm avoiding the repeating animals?
You can wild shape across this. It's the same path that I
I
took.
can. What did you wild shape or not?
Yeah, I turned into one of the bunny things and just went across the same path that Run took.
Okay.
Those bunny things aren't.
Can I do the same thing?
Those bunny things aren't all that heavy. You would have actually noticed when you went across, Jasper, that none of the tiles depressed. So yeah, if you do the same thing, you can get across without worrying about what tile you're on because none of them depress. You're not heavy enough in wild shape.
All right, then I'm going to do the same thing. And when I get safely across, I'm going to do the like hit kind of against the tile, like Thumper does in Bambi.
Mm-hmm. I think if I'm
little
reading what Fitz was trying to write well enough because again, my brain is not. My brain's having a difficulty time processing between the two segments. I hate when it does that. I think it's an ADHD thing. Um, that this is one of
Fine.
those cases where it's very difficult when it comes to online and spatial reasoning. Sometimes I'm having difficulty picturing what she's talking about, and I have something else pictured in my head for this, and it's like I'm having difficulty rectifying the two.
It's okay. Said I wild shape turned into one of those bunny things, and I hopped across. And then what I mentioned, what I did in the hallway was just kind of for flavor. Still in the bunny form, I can kind of stand on my hind leg and really and rapidly hit my leg against the floor. Like Thumper does in Bambi.
Yeah, I know. That was mentioned.
Let me see if I can find a gift. That's all. There we go. Found the gift.
That's a lot of distracting background noise.
Did you see what Fitz typed?
Yeah, that's part of why I'm going with maybe we should have stopped, at 11 like normal because I think we're all tired.
I'm good,
Come
but
back
I'm a
to- and
night
come
elf,
back-
so I know I'm the odd
And
man
come
out.
back to cause I'm having a difficulty reasoning, what she's asking me, and I think I'm having a difficulty explaining properly. So I'm thinking that probably this is a good place to stop because I'm not going to be able to do this puzzle justice if I can't describe it properly, or if I can't understand
Okay.
someone else's reasoning properly because they might be right, and I just can't visualize it right now. My brain is not
Sounds
working.
like a plan.
All right.
So next week it is.
Yep. Next week.
Yep.
Same bat channel.